Good morning, Kasturians, and welcome to video number 2 of chapter Electoral Politics. In this video, we will see why the elections are needed and what makes the election process in India a democratic process. So let's start. In the previous video, we have seen how Chaudhary Devilal he made a new political party, that is the Lok Dal, and how it persuaded the people to go and cast votes in their favor. And later on, after 4 years, how this party lost its popular support, and again the Congress won the elections and came back to power. So now the topic is why the elections are needed. The elections are needed or required to elect the representatives, and when we wish to understand this need, we can have an image of a country, or we can have an imagination of a democracy without elections. In that case, if the elections are not there, all the peoples they have to sit together every day and take the decisions, but it is almost an impossible task to reach in any large community. Also, everyone they have no time and knowledge to take decisions on all matters. Therefore, in the most of the democracies which we see in the world today, people they rule through their representatives. And elections, why they are needed for any representative democracy, it is because of the following reasons. The first one being, these representatives they solve the problem of assessment of people on the basis of education, knowledge or experience. Secondly, these representatives help in analyzing that people like their representatives or not. Also, it ensures that the representatives they rule as per the wish of the people, and they make sure that those who are not working for the people do not remain their representatives in the coming elections. The voters are having many choices in an election, like they can choose who will make laws for them, they can choose who will form the government and take major decisions, and they can choose the party whose policies will guide the government and lawmakers. There are many ways in which elections are held, both in democratic countries as well as non-democratic countries. But the simplest of the minimum conditions which makes an election democratic include everyone is to be given the right to choose a representatives, that is everyone has one vote and every vote has equal value. The political parties and the candidates should be free to contest elections and some offer some real choices to the voters, and these choices should be offered at regular intervals, that is the elections must be held regularly after a specific or certain period. The candidates preferred by the people only should get elected, and the elections are conducted in a free and fair manner where people choose those representatives whom they really wish. Now, we have talked about political parties and the candidates. So when political parties are involved, it creates a sort of political competition. So elections are all about competition. Without competitions, elections would become meaningless. So the political competition takes place when different political parties they compete to gain confidence and ultimately the vote of the voters, and they make promises and give incentives to motivate the voters for gaining the power. But this electoral competition or political competition has many demerits also, like it creates a sense of disunity and factionalism, that is groupism is created in the society, and party politics is there in every locality. Different political parties and candidates, they often use dirty tricks like booth capturing to win elections. The pressure to win electoral fights does not allow to form useful long-term policies, and the competition, it leads to the idea of being dragged into unhealthy competition. That's why good people, they are not entering and participating in political competitions. But apart from these merits, there are some merits associated with the electoral competition, like regular electoral competition provides incentives to political parties and leaders. If they can satisfy the voters with their work, they will be able to win again. And if a political party is motivated only by the desire to be in power, even then it will be forced to serve the people. It reveals the real motive of political parties, and the choices to voters are given to choose among the best. That's all we have in this video. In the next videos, we will see the system of elections in India and the electoral constituencies. Thank you and have a nice day.